Yeah, I'm streaming live the Milwaukee Regal T20 game between MCC and Super Kings. Now, this is played in a beautiful ground called Lincoln Park, which is about a mile from the Milwaukee, Michigan Lake. The MCC were asked to bat first at the end of 9 overs or 56 for 2. It's a beautiful ground. And I was told by one of my colleagues that people have been playing cricket in this ground for almost from 1950s. And in fact, 1990, 1996, that's when they started playing more actively, I guess. But beautiful ground. This is a Milwaukee Regal T20 League. There are 10 teams who play in this league. And this is the 10th over. Okay. Beautiful. And that's some of the spectators here from Super Kings, and of course the MCC team right here. You can see Jackie, who is the captain of the team. He has been playing the league from 1996. Sakir bhai! Give it to the batsman, quick! Sakir! This Cricket Clubs recording. I'm doing live. Hey, this is Sakir.
Thank you.
He's the captain of the MCC team. He has been playing cricket in Milwaukee from 1990.
Cricket has been here since 1940. I've been playing since 1996.
1996, right?
Yeah.
So at that time, how many teams used to play?
In 1996, there were 4 teams. But Milwaukee only one team, our team, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
In Chicago, they have 2-3 teams who used to come and play. But there was no such organized tournament. It was like one game, they come and play 3 series one weekend. They come here one weekend, we go to Washington Park, bring our own stumps, bring our own thing. Every team have their own stumps. So
it was all before the days of when T20 colored clothing, right?
No, that was not around at all.
Yeah, okay.
It was only 50 overs. We used to play 50 overs at that time. And then it comes to 40 over and now it's T20.
Yeah.
Good game.
So anyhow, Zakir, he is one of the pillars of cricket in our Milwaukee. This is coming in the Cricket Clubs recording. Hope, I'm putting in the Cricket Clubs. Let's see. Anyhow, so now at the end of 10 overs, 62 for 2. And of course, I will also get myself on the camera just for a second. Subu. And again, Super Kings is bowling. And who is bowling? Is it Rahul? He's 11th over. Rahul bowling to Avinash. He's one of the very good batsmen of the league. He can really power sixes very easily. Let's see. Now they are at 10 over 62. So I'm sure that they'll be starting to accelerate since they have lost only 2 wickets. So Rahul, there you go. All right. So that may not go for a boundary. And what I really like about the MCC team, it's not only having this senior players, but also they groom a lot of youngsters in the league. You can see like 2 or 3 players batting, very young guys, like 13, 14, 15. They all get to play in the game also. Amazing. So let's see, I will do another ball. Rahul again bowling. 11th over, Avinash is batting. Avinash is really a power hitter. He has made centuries in the league and he hits the ball very cleanly. Let's see. Okay, good bowling. Again, it's a beautiful ground, the Lincoln Park, a mile from the Milwaukee, Michigan Lake. And this is one of the best days, nice breeze blowing. The temperature is around 70 degrees centigrade. Sorry, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. You cannot ask for a better weather for cricket. Amazing. Here you go. Rahul to Avinash. Okay. So Spice at the bat. Just a single. That's Zubair, Super Kings, all-rounder. It's a very critical moment of the game. 11 overs done. They haven't really scored that much of a clip, like 62 for 2. But MCC is a packed powerhouse of batsmen to come. And of course, Super Kings is a team that has been gelling very well and getting to be one of the top teams. And they are really bowling very well.
Awesome.
So Nikhil is batting on 20 runs of 24 balls. Again, Rahul bowling to Nikhil. It's 11th over, 66 for 2. Regal T20 cricket, like I mentioned, there are 10 teams in the league, and we have a first round game of 4 games where the group is divided into two teams, 5 in each group. They play each other. Then the second round, each team gets to play the other team, so there will be 9 games. So there is a total of 14 games before the playoff. Then the top 5 teams make it to the playoff. Then we go through the knockout phase. So typically, in the Milwaukee, we get to play about, if you go all the way to the finals, about 18 games. People who know in Milwaukee how much people have to hibernate during the winter. This is such a blessing to have so many guys playing cricket in this wonderful place. The league teams are composed of players from Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India, obviously. Then there are also players from West Indies and even England. So majority, it will be Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. Bangladesh is another big team than people from Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. They form pretty much the core of the players here. But of course, other players are also coming in, playing. But these are all the T20, 20 overs format, and it's going to be John Varghese. Yep. So this is going in cricket clubs, recording, live.
And ultimate weather, the best weather we can expect.
Exactly, yeah. We're all blessed to play cricket in Milwaukee. And thanking the Regal League and of course cricket clubs for giving us the forum where we can do the live scoring and also the recording. It's amazing. And John is a leg spinner. He started playing in the league 2 years back, but last year the league was not there because of obviously the COVID. But he's a leg spinner who started last year, before season. Now he bowls really very well. He's one of the key bowlers for Super Kings, and obviously he's bowling to Nikhil, and they're already in the 12th over, so they should be looking to accelerate now. Let's see how John bowling to Nikhil. Start of 12th over. That's a ball on the leg stump, so it's a wide. He bowls really very well. He flies very well, and he also tips the ball. Hard for a new batsman to get a go at him, but people who are power hitters, they can really step out and try it. But he's still a very good bowler. Look here, let's see. It's a full toss again. It's a wide. Beautiful. Single. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Avinash, like I said, he's a power hitter. John is a leg spin bowler, and there is a very nice breeze that's coming from the Milwaukee Lake end towards where I am standing. So for a leg spinner, it'll be hard to hit it against the wind, but of course, you should be able to hit more on the leg side. He's a right-hand batsman. Sorry, yeah. So this will naturally be helping Avinash. If you want to hit towards the square leg and mid wicket. But let's see how John bowls. This is going to be a very, very important over. So I'm just going to record this over, then take a break. There you go, the second ball of John. Yeah, hits it. Okay, okay. And top in the air. Okay, the left-hand batsman Nikhil comes in. Again, John bowling to Nikhil. Yeah, that was a short ball, but it was not really hit that well, but they have run 2 runs. Yeah, and myself, I am Subbu. I play with the Super Kings, Raman Subramanian. I used to be the captain of the Super Kings for the last 4 years. But this year we have a new captain, Aditya. He's really doing very well. And again, John bowling to Nikhil. Yeah, all he can do is tap. Good bowling, good bowling. So I think MCC is really in a tough spot right now. It's already in the 12th over. The rate is only like 7 runs. Typically, in this Lincoln ground, average score is around 160 to 170. So if they really want to get to the 160, they have to accelerate now. So they need to be scoring almost like 100 runs the next 8 overs. Possible, but Super Kings is bowling and fielding very well. Again.
Come back! Oh, leave it now.
So the last ball coming up, Avinash. What's it going to be? It's a very important ball, I would think so. There's Avinash, try to hit it. May not go for a boundary. So they probably will be taking a couple of runs. The running has not been that great, but I understand. These are power. Well, in the break, the MCC had motored on to, in fact, accelerated the scoring very well. They scored 93 for 2 in 13 overs. The last over, there was a 1-6er and 2 clean boundaries hit by Avinash. And that they're really accelerating. So again, 13 overs, 93 for 2. Avinash batting really well. So John bowling to Avinash. Oh, good bowling, good bowling. So there seems to be confusion here. Bowler is pleading that the batsman is out. I don't know, the bails are not off, so definitely it doesn't. Is it off? Okay, the bowler is claiming that he was bowled. but I was not sure whether the bails are off. Anyhow, that seems to be an interesting moment here. So we can play the replay later, man. Then see whether he was out.
But I don't know what was that. There was no catch. There was some I think umpire thought he catched the ball.
We can see it in the clipping later. Okay, Avinash. Okay, John bowling really well. Wow, beautiful bowling by Avinash. To keep a batsman like Avinash in check really requires some special skills. And John has really been practicing hard the skills. You know, leg spinning is such a tremendous art, and it's always so happy to see a leg spinner doing well. And I believe that John is probably one of the only leg spinner in our league. There you go. He's trying to hit. Not much connection. Just a single. Okay, now Nikhil is playing. John is bowling the 5th over to 13.5 overs to Nikhil. Nikhil hasn't been scoring that quickly, but I'm sure that he will also try to accelerate right now. That's, again, it's a white ball. Somehow he's not able to connect. And I've seen quite a few balls that were given on the leg side from John, but he's not getting the connection. Anyhow, John bowling really well. Then, very good over, very good over. Just 3 runs this over, and of course we have this. Oh, we still have one more ball. Sorry, there was a wide. John bowling really well. Okay, no run. Feels set very well. Tremendous over. To bowl the 14th over of the innings and then only give 3 runs. That's amazing. Great bowling, John. So, do you know who bowled the last over, Krishna?
John.
No, the previous over.
Rahul.
Oh, Rahul, okay. So it was in the 13th over by Rahul. That's when Avinash hit a sixer and 2 boundaries that I didn't record. But let's see. So the 15th over coming up, and it's going to be bowled by a spin bowler, Kaushik. He's an off spin bowler. It'll be again interesting. You know, Avinash is such a power hitter, and he's in a mood to smack sixers. Then we have a spin bowler, slow spin bowler. Let's see. So this will be a very, very telling over. Because if Avinash gets to middle of the ball, it will sail. The same token, Kaushik can also get him out. Let's see. The first ball, tossed up. That's gone. I don't think it's a 6, but it's a boundary. Okay, that was a pretty bad loose ball from Kaushik. He's actually coming off after an injury to his thumb. In fact, the right thumb. But he didn't play the last 2-3 games, so probably the first ball didn't come out well. Let's see. So now 99 for 2 in 14 overs. Kaushik to Avinash. Again, tossed up. That's gone. That's 6. See, that's the thing, you know, Avinash is such a power hitter. And if you bowl balls like dolly balls like this, he's going to cream it. He's one of the hardest hitters I have seen, and he's just showing. Even though at the end of 11 overs, they were only at like 7 runs per over or so. Now they've accelerated very well the last couple of overs. Of course, John did bowl a wonderful over, giving away 3 runs. But again, the boundaries are beginning to flow pretty steadily. So after a 4 and a 6, that is the third ball. Let's see if Kaushik can make a comeback. Again, tossed up, driven, just 1 run. Good. Nikhil facing Kaushik. Again, tossed up, just 1 run. So 2 more balls. Tremendously hard. It's another boundary. When Avinash hits, they stay hits. It's very powerfully. The fielder couldn't even move 2 yards and the ball is already crossed the boundary. Such power hitting. So this over, it's already gone for 16 runs. With having lost only 2 wickets, I think they will go slam bang. MCC. The important over, John is bowling. 16th over, Nikhil is batting. Nikhil is certainly not in his elements. He's not able to hit the ball, and John is also bowling beautifully. So 5 overs to go, 111 for 2. John, shorter, just only a single. Now, this is going to be the matchup of the game. John bowling to Avinash. It'll be really sudden fireworks or a nice wicket. Let's see. John bowling to Avinash, leg spinner, bowling very well with set feel. Let's see. Hit powerfully to long on just for a single. Leg spinning is such a wonderful art we love to watch, and when you have a leg spin bowler who bowls so consistently and nicely, there's nothing better sight. Here is John again, bowled very well, hit just for a single again. So despite having a right hand left hand combination, it's good to see John still bowling to his length and line. Let's see. So 3 more balls this over, and I'm sure Avinash is going to go big. Nicely bowled, nicely bowled. Just okay, ran well.
Fading Chandra, fading. Lovely running, boy. Mid wicket, mid wicket. Mid wicket.
Two more balls. 47 in 28, Avinash already. That's the thing, you start pretty slowly, then he hits, and when he hits, they stay hit. John, can you get him out? That's gone. That's gone. 6. That's the thing, a batsman like Avinash, when you bowl a length ball, he will hit you for a 6. Obviously, when you bowl a short ball, he will hit for a 6. There are very, very few options, especially when he gets going. And he's already on to his 50 of 29 balls, 53. Really turning things around. But to credit to John, he has been bowling really well. Yep, hit powerfully, just put a single, I think. Well, yeah, they're going for a 2. Okay, that's good. Zubair into the attack. Starts with a wide. So the next 4 overs are very, very important. If Super Kings can restrict, MCC to a score less than 160, that'll be very good. And hit well. I think it'll be stopped. So they're going for the second. Yeah, 4 overs. Yeah, that's what 160 is a par score in MCC. The chasing team should be able to get it, but MCC really want to make a match out of it. They should make it like 180 because Super Kings has been playing very well. Everybody's cleaned up. Nikhil is out, so your new batsman is going to come in. It's always harder when your new batsman comes in, especially at the end overs. Unless they go harakiri, slang bang. More often than not, there will be a few dot balls that can add to the pressure. But of course, Avinash has been playing well. Good bowling's out. I think the new batsman is Zakir, the captain of MCC. He's a fabulous all-rounder. Let's see, so Avinash and Zakir. Zubair bowling to Zakir. In fact, Zubair used to play for MCC. Well bowled. Just a single. It's a good matchup. So 128 for 3 in 16.3 overs. Nicely paced MCC. So let's see what Avinash does now. The problem with the Zubair bowling is he's so unpredictable. He's not like, some bowlers who bowl consistently to a certain length or line. Zubair, the way he comes in with his round arm action, and yes, he can swing the ball also, but not when it is so old. But, he's can be a little erratic, so it can get into the mind of batsmen, because batsmen at this stage, they would expect the ball to come repeatedly at a certain length and line, right? So let's see how Avinash handles it. There you go. So that could be, nope, it's not. So it just came up at just a couple of runs. But you can see that, Avinash was not able to, even though it was a length ball, not able to hit it cleanly. That kind of element of uncertainty, that's something Zubair brings in, because he's kind of erratic as his length and line, I think. Let's see. Again, he hits it. It's, oh, okay, Aditya. Okay, it was hard to go for the catch. It was a little difficult. I think, if it had been hit properly, it would have sailed out of the boundary. But the fact of the matter is, the ball was hit through the bottom of the bat. Still, it was coming pretty fast. Again, okay, now. Nicely tucked.
Come on! Good running, boys! Good running!
Oh, it was not Zakir. Looks like it's a different batsman. Sorry about that, is it? Oh yeah, it was okay. Anyhow, I'll take it. Okay. Who's bowling? Aditya. Good move. Aditya is bowling really well this season. He is the captain of Super Kings and he really bowls that back of the length bowling, also keeps it on the offside, and he can also vary the pace and hit the deck hard. So it can be a little hard to get, but again, a player like Avinash, if you bowl a full length, no matter how pace, you can hit it. Let's see. Aditya, let him get him out. Can he? Yeah, ball fuller, very nicely bowled, but it's a wide. Aditya is a very clever bowler. He not only bowled the back of length, hit the deck, but he also bowled the fuller balls, trying the Yorker. Always a good thing to do when you are in the end overs of a T20 game. So Super Kings are now playing the 5th year in the league, and they have really become a very strong team this season. Again, hits it, but the toe end of the bat, I think. So they had gone for a couple of runs.
Nice running, Jack!
So it's just amazing to play cricket in Milwaukee. So blessed for all of us here. Nice bowling. That's the kind of ball I was telling. You can hit the deck hard. Very good bowling. Yeah, coming back to why it is amazing for folks in Milwaukee. A lot of us, when we are coming to a foreign land in America, I don't think we ever thought that we'll ever get to play cricket. It is such opportunities that the league management gives. We're able to enjoy this beautiful game. I'm always thankful for that. Again, Aditya again. Bowled really well. He was following the batsman, and he also varied the pace. He was bowling a much slower ball.
Good work, keeper. Good work.
Nice. So coming to myself, I started playing this league towards the end of 2009. I'm almost at the fag end of my cricketing career, but I would love to play cricket as much as I can. I enjoy seeing these young folks playing with so much of intensity and passion. Here again, Aditya, let's see what Avinash does now. Again, bowled very well. Yorkerland, all Avinash can do is dug it out. So far a very good over. That's what, T20 is all about, mixing the pace and also varying the length and keeping the batsman guessing. More often than not, once getting to a set frame of mind where we don't vary the length or line, the speed, you can claim it. But Aditya is bowling really well. Again, Sakesh bowled very well. I think they may go for a second run. But again, bowled well. Oh, they're going for a third run. That was not good. So again, we are playing in Lincoln Park. We're overdone. Okay, so 2 more overs, 12 balls remaining. 160 is the on par score, I would think, in this ground. So let's see how it goes. If the Super Kings can restrict MCC to 160 or less, we have a very good game. Even like 170 is possible, but anything over 165 will be taking some work to do. Because especially when you're chasing, and if your run rate is 8 runs per over, you not only have to think about pacing the innings at the start, but also make sure that you don't lose wickets. More often than not, teams tend to lose wickets at the top. So that's why this run rate of 8.5 is something that all teams target for. Of course, you can always have a very good batsman who thinks that it doesn't matter what the run rate is. But majority of the time, when you have a chase like 8.5 runs in a 20-over game, that can be tough. Then MCC, one of the top teams. Again, Zubair is bowling to Zakir. Okay. Good bowling. He bowled Fuller just on the line of the wide line. So a couple of weeks back, I think last week, we had a game where we had two persons who scored centuries. You know, the team that was batting first scored like 190 with one of the batsmen from United, Sid Siddharth, scored a smashing 140 plus runs, inclusive of 10 sixers and quite a few boundaries too. Oh, very nicely hit. Again, coming back to the game, United scored 190 odd in the first, but while chasing Falcons, you know, they had an extraordinary batsman named Kabir, who scored 148 runs in 50 balls or so, smacking 16 sixes. So that's what this ground can give a lot of runs. You know, it's easy to hit sixers, but the fact of the matter is, you know, if the bowler is smart enough to vary this line and length and also vary the pace, it can be tough even for very good batsmen. But of course, Sid Siddharth and Kabir that I was talking about, they are in a different league. Very good batsmen. And like, again, now Zubair bowling to Avinash. Let's see what Avinash does. Okay, couldn't do much. You know, again, you could see that Zubair changed the pace of the ball. It came slower than what Avinash was expecting. Exactly what you need in a end overs. Don't get predictable. Bowling well, Aditya and Zubair. Zubair bowling to Shakir. It's a full one, full toss. I don't think it's going for a boundary, maybe a couple of runs. Again, the lack of pace from Zubair, that's why it was hard for Zakir to hit. And all these little things make a difference in a T20 game. Bowling well, Zubair bowling well. Game. Very good over so far. Only 6 runs in the 19th over, that's fabulous. You know, in T20 game, 19 overs make a big difference. 19th over, we all know that. It's pretty good bowling. Again, you try to smash it, it took an edge, and I don't think it's going for a boundary. Probably they'll just go for 2 runs. So it's a very good over again from Zubair. So the end of 19 overs, 149 for 3. You know, like I said, the magic is like 165, 170. Okay, the last over coming up. Aditya bowling to Zakir. Very nicely bowled. Exactly what I was telling, you know, hitting the deck harder. Just on or outside the off stump, very hard to hit. And his pace, bowling very well. So 5 more balls. Oh, got an edge. It's coming back, and I think they can only get 2. Again, well bowled by Aditya, but he missed the line. He went towards the leg side, so he got a couple of runs. Still not bad for the last over of innings. So 4 more balls to go. really very well. You know, he changed the pace,
Bowling,
he
Abhay.
slower bowling. Very good bowling by Aditya. Zubair is a very, Zakir is a very good batsman, but of course the bowler obviously bowled very well. There's nothing he could do about it. A dot ball, so precious. You know, 2 dot balls already out of the 3 balls in the last over. That Super Kings is really bowling very well. Again, fuller one. Now again, it got the edge, and Zakir just got a single. I think he wants Avinash to take the next 2 balls and see whether he can get a couple of sixes. So even if he hit a couple of sixes, the score is still like 163, which is an on-par score. Because Super Kings have a very good batting lineup too, and if they can get a good start, it'll be a very good game. I'm not saying it'll be an easy game, but it'll be a very close game. Let's see how the game goes. Like MCC is one of the top teams. They have been to the playoff almost every season. But Super Kings is an up-and-coming team. But they're really playing very well. 5th ball. Wow, that's hit.
Oh, lovely shot!
That's gone for a 6. I don't know why Aditya tried to bowl that short ball. Because Avinash is even on any ball he will hit a short ball. And that too when you are playing the 20th over. That was pretty bad. Anyhow, I hope it just slipped. Okay, they got 1 sixer.
Abhi, last ball, last ball!
Last ball coming up. It's a white ball. So scored 158. It's a tantalizing score. Should be a good chase in the afternoon. Last ball coming up. 159 for 3. Bowled really very well, Aditya. Absolutely nothing Avinash can do about it. Very good over. The last 3-4 overs, Zubair and Aditya has really bowled very well. Good, nice.